This is quite possibly one of the hardest achievements I've ever had to get.
And standing.
I did it! I did it! I got the cat ears! First time! Of course, I'm talking about the cat ears in Resident Evil 2 Remake. To get the cat ears in RE2, all you have to do is play through every single stage of the Ghost Survivors DLC, which is a free DLC that you can download, or I think it just comes with the game. Anyway, to get the cat ears, you have to complete the No Way Out scenario by eliminating all enemies, completing it, and only using up to 59 handgun ammo. Yes, that's right. You only can use 59/60 handgun ammo. You can't go over 60. So here's how I did it. In the No Way Out scenario, there will be enemies that will occasionally drop backpacks. You can get weapons, healing items, and grenades from these backpacks. So if you've watched my S Plus guide for Resident Evil 2 Remake, you should know the basics of this game. Like for example, going for critical hits, meaning increasing your chance at critical one-shot damage. So to do that, I'm 100% focusing my crosshairs like this, when they're tied together like this, like forming a plus, and aiming it at the head of the zombie. So I'm waiting each time I'm shooting, I'm waiting each time for my crosshairs to be together like this. This will increase the chances at a one-hit kill, and that's what we are going for right here at the beginning. Before we get any backpacks, we want to get as many criticals as we can. So, there are a few things that you need to know about this mode. If you see a zombie outside moving around walking, that means that zombie will make its way inside. If they are just idle, beating up against the door, probably won't get inside, but you know, that's just a little bit of an observation. Anyway, I'm positioning myself around these areas, trying to get my distance, enough distance to have my crosshairs focused like this and maximize my chances at a one-hit critical. As you can see, coming up right here, okay, I didn't get a critical, but it usually takes about 3 focused headshots to take down a normal zombie. But yeah, it's all based on luck, and there we go. But we can increase that luck, of course, by doing this strategy. Once again, waiting for my crosshairs. There we go, just like that. It's okay though if you miss. Trust me, there's a lot of screw up. There's a lot of room for screwing up. Anyway, enemy number 10 will have a red backpack. That means he will explode and or drop that red backpack. So we want him to drop the backpack in the middle of the gas station here. Right next to the cereal section. Yeah, right there in the middle. That is the almost perfect, near perfect placement for that. So after number 10, we will get some armored zombies. That means I will get grabbed here, of course, but it's okay. I'm showing you that I can mess up and still manage to get it. Anyway, we want to maximize our usage of handgun ammo, but it's okay if you mess up. I'm literally letting these mistakes in just so you can see that I screwed up royally multiple times. But essentially, after enemy number 10, you want to get at least 4 kills with that red backpack. That's why we're placing it in the middle. Always remember this lesson, because we will go back to that strategy. If you place any explosives or shoot any explosives in the middle or on the ceiling in the middle, it will completely wipe most of the gas station, at least 90%. Anyway, so now we have a spark shot. If you see any enemies that perhaps should be stunned like this one, so I'm running around, don't be scared of wasting ammo. So I'm trying to drop the backpack as close as possible to as many enemies as I can, but if I'm cornered, I'm just waiting for the very last second so everyone gets close enough, and there we go. If you don't get them all, that's okay, as long as you know how to manage your ammo. You can keep count of your ammo, but I would say don't worry too much, just try not to use it as much. So the spark shot, I'm using the spark shot here to take out the armored enemies. Don't worry, there is a shotgun right here. You will get enough weapons throughout this playthrough to take out every single zombie, but at the beginning you have to be slightly careful with what you use. So that's why we want to maximize our explosive backpack eliminations. Anyway, the blue people will show up at round 20. So I'm getting my distance. Otherwise, when you take them out, they will poison you. So get your distance, use the spark shot on them. Trust me, you will get like 6 spark shots throughout this playthrough. So it is completely okay. Alright, so I'm completely using up my spark shot here to make room for my inventory, but I'm cutting it a little bit too close here. So I'm holding the spark shot. That's how you deal damage with the spark shot. So shoot and hold until it's fully loaded. That's how we maximize the damage on the spark shot. Then I'm using the shotgun to just headshot any zombies. Keep your distance though from the blue ones. So here's an important thing to share if you want to use this as a guide. Once a weapon is at 0, discard it. Otherwise, it will occupy inventory space. So if you get a shotgun, you will get one later, don't worry. If it's at 0, just throw it away. Alright, so I'm repositioning myself at the bottom left corner here because I hear there's enemies here at number 29. And there's another blue one. Around 9 headshots with the MQ-11 submachine gun. That's all it takes. So I'm just willy-nilly just using my submachine gun here. But essentially you want to save up at least 1 spark shot or submachine gun ammo for the hillheads. Those nude zombies. So I'm placing the backpack right there. Like I said, ideally you want the backpack to be in the middle. But it's perfectly fine. Alright, so I'm grabbing the flash grenade here. The flash grenade, you're not meant to use the flash grenade, you know, willy-nilly. You can just kind of use it as a defense item. If you're cornered, feel free to throw it before anyone grabs you. This will stun all the zombies, not just the one that grabs you. So I'm just shooting the backpack before it's too late. You want to get at least 3 to 4 kills with each backpack. But yeah, so I'm discarding the spark shot here. Make sure you know where your shortcuts are always. So enemy 34 and 35 will be MQ-11. But if you don't manage your ammo correctly like I did, you will have to use your pistol here. But it's perfectly fine. Trust me, 60 handgun ammo is a lot. So anyway, there's the pale head. So you want to use your submachine gun ammo on him or use the red backpack. I decided to use the red backpack against the pale head. It's not a big deal. It's my point. You don't have to be perfect at this. Just be mindful that your handgun ammo will run out. Well, not run out, but you know, you only can use up to 60. Also, explosive from the red backpacks won't really matter unless you're like super all up in their face. So don't worry too much about that. But you can keep an eye out on your health in your inventory. So we're almost halfway there. We're at number 40 right here. So this was actually one of the hardest parts for me. The middle part is usually where it's more difficult because you have to do some more inventory management. Be careful, don't eliminate this guy outside of the bounds because you want that backpack. So you want him to drop that backpack inside. There's another near full armor zombie, so I'm grabbing the chemical flamethrower. So the chemical flamethrower is your multi-zombie tool, meaning you should use it against multiple enemies at once. So if you see them lined up at the door, use the chemical flamethrower to get them both. You know, 2+ zombies, basically. Just like I'm doing here, I'm waiting for the zombie to come in, the other one. And then I'm roasting them together. It takes roughly 50 to 60% to fully eliminate an enemy. There we go. I know that they're lined up in there, so I'm just using it just like that. Maximize your usage of weapons. So we get another spark shot here. Spark shot is amazing against pale heads, so you should save up your spark shot if you think that there will be pale heads. But yeah, anyway, so I usually use the spark shot against the poison zombies. Keep your distance. This thing has a lot of range, so Alright, so the anti-tank rocket. We are saving up the anti-tank rocket for when it's 84 eliminations. So keep that in mind. So I'm equipping the spark shot. You can equip weapons from the inventory. If you need a time to think, that's usually what I do. If I need some time to think, I just equip things from the inventory. But yes, I saved up 2 to 3 spark shot bullets here for the pale heads. There will be another set of enemies here, so I am probably going to be shooting and dodging. But even if you get grabbed, you get 2 flash grenades throughout this whole playthrough, so try to stun them, try to run past, try to throw your grenades. It's completely okay. Anyway, I'm shooting the backpack here. That should take down at least 3 to 4 enemies. The remaining enemies will be taken out with the chemical flamethrower. But yeah, there's a lot of different strategies for this part. You can do it even without the rocket launcher, but I chose to use the rocket launcher. Alright, so I'm using the remaining spark shots against the blue enemies. This is where things run a little bit too close. So if you find yourself cornered, don't be afraid of stunning them and running past. In this case, I will be equipping the flamethrower, going down the middle aisle or the right one, and making sure I get the most of this chemical flamethrower. Basically, you want to get multi-kills with the flamethrower. Alright, so having some trouble here discarding the spark shot. It's okay. You do have some invincibility when right after you get attacked by a zombie, so use that to your advantage. Alright, so we've got 2 flamethrowers here. I'm collecting the shotgun. Like I said, the hard part is over. This is more like the chaotic part. So I'm discarding this, going back to get the flamethrower, the MQ-11. Or I can just use the MQ-11 on the pale head, but ideally you want to use the flamethrower. At this point, you shouldn't be worried too much about weapons, because you have enough weapons to do everything. So just don't use your handgun, basically. That's the general rule. We also have a red barrel here, which we can use to our advantage, but instead I chose to be confused. But it's okay, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. But yeah, so I'm going to be using that, utilizing the red backpack, getting the pale heads, and we're almost at plus 84. So we're just going to openly use all of our weapons, discard the ones that are at 0, because we will not be getting anything to reload them with. I'm using the flamethrower here down this hallway, getting as many zombies as I can in consecutive attacks. You can combine blue herbs and with 2 green, by the way. But yeah, there's another submachine gun right there. We're at 79, so we're almost done. Using the submachine gun to take out the pale heads as fast as possible, because these guys are tanky. They're very tanky. Now I'm just using the remaining of the shotgun to get rid of the other zombies. So we're almost at 84. That's sort of the safe spot that I like using. So anyway, this guy is still right there, so we're gonna take him out, risking by using my machine gun. And there's more right there. Honestly, at this point, using the flamethrower wouldn't matter, so that's what I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna grab everything before I do that. There will be a zombie right there. Equipping the anti-tank rocket at 84. And if you notice that sometimes this doesn't progress, it probably means you left a zombie on the ground. Remember, no zombies will remain on the ground in this mode. They will pop immediately. So anyway, 84 means we have to be smart about our anti-tank rocket launcher here. So remember what I told you about the middle? Yes, so we're going to be shooting the ceiling here. So wait for them to get inside. This might be a little bit risky, because pale heads are very fast, so keep that in mind. Pale heads are very fast. taking him out with my flamethrower. It won't matter. So we're just using the flamethrower here. Just use it as much as you want. Now we're at 90. That means we're very much okay with using the rocket launcher. You can just use the anti-tank rocket, shoot it in the ceiling, in the middle, and you will get at least 46 kills. And the rest you can just use your shotgun or the anti-tank rocket. It has 2, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that. And the final fighter right here will be a legs only guy. So he even drops the spark shot for you. There we go. So even if you don't make it here, he will drop a spark shot. But anyway, there you go. That's how you do it. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like. What do you think about this? Have you done this before? I only did it recently and it was really fun actually. But yeah, I struggled quite a bit at the end there. I got bit twice or so, but it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. Anyway, I wanted to show you this little fun thing. Perhaps you want to try it again. This also will give you an achievement, but you don't have to get the cat ears to get the achievement. The cat ears is just allowing you to get infinite ammo in the DLC only. That unfortunately does not work in the main game. Anyway, if you want to get infinite ammo in the main game, I have S+ guides for the second run, the first run, Claire and Leon, both. So check that out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.